After more than 4 years of delay, all sorts of legal and political wrangling, a major downtown redevelopment project in the heart of Vermont's largest city is back on track. It's called City Place, and while scaled down from its original design, Phase 1 remains a $200 million project, the largest in the state. Excavators began digging into the earth this week on the site where the Burlington Square Mall once stood, a block from the Church Street Marketplace. Mayor Weinberger joined 3 prominent Vermont developers to celebrate the restart of City Place.
Construction activity is moving forward again on this site, and with it, the hopes that the community has had for hundreds of new homes.
Fenced off for the last 4 years, the site is roughly the size of a football stadium in the center of the Queen City. Scott Ireland, Dave Farrington, and Al Senecal, all successful local developers, have taken control of the project, and the city has given them the permits to begin. Concrete work begins next week on the foundation of a project that will rise 9 and 10 stories tall. It includes 427 new apartments for lease, 85 of which will be permanently below market rent. 8 street-level retail stores, a large interior parking garage, a rooftop restaurant, a public observation deck, and the reconnection of both St. Paul and Pine Streets, which were severed when the former mall was built back in the 1960s.
Final completion date of November of 2025. And that's when you'll see like the roads finally getting finished.
Huge cranes will be set up here in the months ahead, with up to 300 workers on site each day. Building exteriors will be brick or limestone, with green roofs and sophisticated stormwater management systems, which are expected to reduce overflows into the lake. So that's an overview. At this week's launch, developers acknowledge they are still finalizing some interior building details and some of the financing. But the mayor said Burlington finally has the right partners to see this through. What can we expect to see down here the next few months?
You're going to see a lot of equipment like that, excavators, dump trucks. In a month or so, are going to roll in with their form trucks. Probably a small crane to facilitate some of their form work. And then once they get the forms in place, they'll be pouring concrete. You see pumper trucks down here, cement trucks. That's probably a good 3 or 4 months worth of work before you really see anything even coming above grade.
So between the new housing, the parking, the retail, some office space, the restaurant, I mean, this is transformative for downtown, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be big. It's what Burlington needs. We need to get people back down here living, kind of making a presence on the street. We need some families down here. We need businesses. We need amenities to serve all those people. So this is big. This is
for you 3. The biggest thing you've ever done?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the labor? Are you going to have to import workers?
We've got what we need to start right now. Between the 3 companies, I think there's over 600 employees. But there's specialty trades that'll have to come in, and we're capable of doing framing and drywall and that stuff, but we will have specialty subcontractors that do the steel erection, mechanical. Al's company does the electrical work, and there's the tapers and painters and flooring people. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of subcontracted work.
Al Senecal from Omega.
Al Senecal from Omega.
And Scott Ireland from SD Ireland.
Mr. Ireland right there.
Yes, sir. You comfortable with these guys?
I love these guys.
What concerns you most? You're in a pretty urban environment. There have been some troubles of late in downtown. Do you have any concerns about that?
It's all troubling, but I think once right now this place has kind of been neglected. We've had some homeless people in here. We've seen a little bit of evidence of drug use and vandalism, a lot of graffiti. But I think once the presence is here, and there's people working down here and keeping an eye on the place, it's gonna lighten up a little bit. And again, back to the big impact of making a statement downtown and bringing people to live here and kind of making people responsible and having people with skin in the game is gonna make a big difference.
Did the pandemic change the demand for any of this? I know it's had different forms and iterations, designs have changed over the years. Does the pandemic change things? I mean, there's no hotel.
There's no hotel. That was going to throw the project into even more of a delay, having to go through Act 250. So immediately we decided, it'd be nice to have a hotel, but it wasn't going to be part of the plan. Pandemic probably changed the retail environment a little bit, but as far as the what really drives this is the residential piece. And we've still got very low vacancy rates. We've got waiting lists. CHT's got 300 people to fill 85 spots. So I think there's not going to be a lot of downtime between getting done and moving in.
And the whole thing will be completed by?
November 2025.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dave Farrington. Well, as the mayor walked reporters this week across the floor of the Big Pit, as it has come to be known the last couple of years, which is no term of endearment, he had a smile on his face, and it's easy to see why. In the evolution of downtown Burlington, how big a moment is this?
I think it's a historic moment, Stuart. What we're trying to do here is repair, from my perspective, some damage that was done back in the 1960s, and restore for the first time in, since for over 60 years, this being a mixed-use neighborhood that has hundreds of people living in it and people working here in retail shops. It's something that we have been planning and talking about for about a decade, and as everyone knows, it came to a shuddering halt in 2018 for a long time. But after 4 years of hard work and a lot of effort, it's moving forward again now.
A lot of people, as you well know, are concerned about what we've seen in downtown Burlington the last several months, last couple of years.
Yeah.
Does getting this project going again help?
I absolutely think it does, Stuart. Look, we are struggling with some issues now that we haven't seen in recent times in Burlington. If you take a step back and look at it, and you look at what's going across the country and around the world, we're going through a very challenging time coming out of the pandemic. There's a lot of things that were working before the pandemic that are not working as well now. However, we see all sorts of signs that people still believe in downtown Burlington and are investing in it having a vibrant, healthy future. This is a great example of that. The fact that we have people, companies, investors, some of the leaders of our business community coming together to make something that will approach a $200 million investment in the downtown, I think tells you all you need to know that Burlington's brightest days are ahead of it still, and there's a lot to be excited about Burlington.
Economy remains strong by all indications?
We certainly took a big hit with the pandemic, and we saw our restaurants and retailers take a big hit. So many of them made it through that challenging period, however, and are still here. And when I look at the city's numbers, that are, I think, a sign of the health of the economy, we're doing pretty well. We're not totally back to where we were before the pandemic, but we are rebounding, and I think things are headed in the right direction.
We've seen different iterations of this project.
Yeah.
Is this? Are you happy with where it's landing here? Is this everything you essentially hoped for?
It is, Stuart. I mean, the most important part about this project always was that it was going to create hundreds of new homes. It's doing that. The retail, there will be active streets on all sides of this project, and I think it's very exciting in a period where retailers are having all sorts of challenges. To see new retail being built in Burlington is a positive, and clearly, when this is built, it is going to generate substantial new revenues to the city and the state. So and we're going to get back these streets that have been lost since the 1960s, and I think that whole quadrant of the town was definitely negatively impacted by these streets being cut off. There's all sorts of plans and efforts going underway right now for investment north of north of the building. So, yeah, this absolutely the project as it stands now meets all the major goals the city had for it.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Moreau Weinberger. Well, all of that is just phase one of City Place. Phase 2 and 3, redeveloping what's left of the former mall, and the Macy's department store will follow. Now, developers have set up an email address for members of the public to report any questions or concerns along the way. You see it there. It's info@buildingcityplace.com.